My name is Haley Persons, and this is my Young Life story.
Hi, my name is Maddie Kuzna, and this is my Young Life story.
I'm Isabel Manley, and this is my Young Life story.
Hey, this is Kayla, and this is my Young Life story.
My name is Julio, and this is my Young Life story.
I had a hard family life when I was young. My mom wasn't really there for me. She was addicted to alcohol, and she just had a lot of mental health issues, so I really didn't have her in my life. I tried to find happiness in other things like sports and friends and boys and just the things that wouldn't fulfill me, and I felt broken.
Growing up, I felt kind of distant from God, or I didn't really know Him very well, and that made it hard to kind of deal with the things that happened throughout my childhood. A lot of family issues involving drugs and alcohol, and just a lot of stuff for a young kid to go through.
After my parents got divorced, I wanted to rebel, and I was caught up in the wrong crowd with the wrong group of people, and I was doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. And it was around that time that Haley actually invited me to Young Life Camp.
She hadn't really gone to Young Life Club, but she came to camp, so she didn't really know what to expect, but it changed her life.
Arriving at camp, the camp was awesome. It was such a beautiful place. At camp, there was a speaker, and every time she talked about the Bible and Jesus, it was just very inspirational. It really got me thinking that Jesus really loves me, and that He's always gonna be there for me no matter what.
After club, on one of the last nights, they sent us out for quiet time, and basically it's just you and God.
And I was sitting against a tree looking over the lake, and there was a beautiful sunset. It was a picture perfect moment, and I felt this arm around my shoulder, and there was no person there, and I knew that was God. Wow, God, He reached out to me. I've been reaching out to Him all this time, and I know He's been listening, but Him to respond and have me experience that is just incredible. I'm at a loss for words of how awesome that was.
It was the first time I really could feel like I felt God, and that He was with me, and He loves me.
Over time, I realized that God was there with me, and that God was gonna help me heal everything that I'd been through. And I just knew in my heart that I wanted that relationship with God, that I wanted to commit my life. And so that's when I made the decision to commit my life. And I know there'll still be a lot of things to come, but it's been truly life-changing.
The last club, but right before we get onto the bus, our speaker, gives you the opportunity to stand up and basically just say that you found Jesus this week, or you've accepted Him into your life. So I stood up, and the microphone came to me, and I was like, this week I decided to follow Jesus.
During my last night at camp, I decided to recommit my life to Jesus, and the reason I chose that was because I felt that Jesus was welcoming me with His arms open wide.
I remember hugging Danielle and Isabel and Haley and everyone, and just crying and being so thankful for the opportunity, and so blessed that I found God and that I can stand up and say that.
I think the turning point was when I was sitting on the docks of Castaway Club with my leader Jessie, and she was just really pouring into me and telling me more about Jesus and more about who I am through Him. And I just think I fully accepted Him into my life at that time, and that forever transformed my life. And I think that was probably the coolest moment so far of my life.
I think Young Life is different because they invite everybody, and I kind of compare that to God or Jesus. He invites everybody, no matter what state they're in, no matter how bad they've messed up. He wants everybody to be with Him, and I think Young Life is making such a huge effort to include everybody, not just kids who are already Christian, not just kids who have already found Jesus, but kids who are on the outside or don't know anything about Jesus, or have had a traumatic life. They want everybody to come and experience Christ and experience the joy that He can give. And I think that's really special, because I've never experienced anything else like it.
I just want to have my friends experience what I've experienced at Young Life, and I want them to feel loved and worthy, and I want them to know that Jesus loves them.
I think one of the most important things I've learned about Jesus is that he loves us unconditionally.
What I love most about Jesus is that he loves you no matter what. No matter how many mistakes you've made in the past or what has happened to you, he loves everybody equally. And that was really hard for me because I had made a lot of mistakes and I didn't think I could be forgiven. But he forgives everybody and he loves everybody equally. And just to know that I am loved, like beyond words, is just incredible.
Young Life reintroduced me to Jesus and transformed my life.
My life was transformed by Jesus through Young Life.
Young Life introduced me to Jesus, and Jesus transformed my life.
My life was transformed by Jesus through Young Life.
My life has been transformed through Jesus and Young Life.